Okay, what's going on up here is you're getting, it's not leaking, but you're getting transference of moisture. That's what you're getting in that bathroom there. Okay, this is right above the fan, right there. So they might have even had the vent coming out of the roof in the past because that's patched up. Somebody patched that, but it's not leaking. See? It's all sealed around it fine. There's nothing leaking here at all. That's all good. You know, the spider cracks that you see is because this was never coated. This should be coated every 5 to 7 years. It should be coated, this flat roof. And it was never done. So it's just bare rubber up here. So it should be coated or replaced. But when you replace it, we're going to end up replacing this plywood. The plywood here is dry rotted, it's called, and it's dry rotted from transference. In other words, when there's snow and ice up here, okay, it's transferring through the insulation and getting to the sheetrock. That's what that staining is that you see in there. It's not from a water leak. All right, it's not from the rain. It's more from the winter time, from the ice and the snow, but in the summertime also a little bit, because what happens is that it's really hot up here and then it's cold on the other side of it, so it sweats, and in the wintertime it frosts. The problem is that the insulation that's underneath this plywood is pressed up against the plywood, in between the plywood and the sheetrock for your shower. Okay, so there's no air in there, and I can tell there's no air in there because when I step on this I can hear it crackling because it's dry rotted. That's from the transference. So when you get the roof done, we'll have to pull up a piece of plywood here and replace it, and make sure you can get some air in there. The rest of the roof, you know, is probably going to be somewhat in the same condition. You know, as I walk around I could feel some crackling going on. That's dry wood, you know. It's just not breathing. There's no vents up here. Those little vents aren't doing anything. You know, you need a lot more ventilation up here. The problem is that it's so shallow, so you really can't get too much ventilation up here. But there's tricks that we do when we do the roof up here. We push the insulation down and all that stuff to make it at least so it doesn't touch the plywood. But you don't have a roof leak here. You're getting transference. This is all fine. Even the seam I checked out, that seam is fine. It's not leaking on you. You know, everything is good here. And that's about it. You know, the first thing that I would do is coat this thing. I would get some coating on this flat roof here, you know, or replace it with a new one that doesn't have to be coated at all. This is a commercial roof system up here, and a commercial roof system needs maintenance, you know, and nobody ever did the maintenance on it, and that's why she's drying up, you know. So it should have aluminum coating on here, you know, which would reflect the sun and keep the surface cooler. You see how dry it is. You see my footprints in it, right? That's dry. So we would rip all of this up, rip up all the plywood, put new plywood, put a whole 2-part system on here that you would never have to do any maintenance on. But that's, you know, whenever you want to do it, we'll be ready to do it. But that's the leak in the bathroom, is the transference and the dryness. So you don't have a roof leak here as far as rain goes, though. All right, hope this helps you, and you know, let me know what you want to do. Fine, talk to you soon. Bye.